Hey guys, welcome to the Mediocre Cover Band Guitar Guy. How are we doing? Just got an email from a gentleman named Nate the Great, from Ted Lasso. No, just kidding. His name is Nate. So he's been playing in a covers band for the last 4 years. It's been bass, drums, guitar, and vocals. The vocalist does not play a guitar or anything. The vocalist dedicates their time to singing. And just recently, the band said they wanted to add another guitar player. He's not really down with having another guitar player in the band. They said they wanted to fill out the sound. They felt that it just wasn't big enough. He suggested a keyboard player, and they said no, they want another guitar player. So obviously, he's having this sort of dilemma now. Is it something that I'm doing wrong? What am I not doing that these guys want to bring somebody else in? And this is a conversation that he needs to have with his band. And the first question I'd have is, well, okay, if you got a problem with it, is it maybe an insecurity thing? And that's okay to say. Like, we're all insecure as players. Are you afraid someone's going to come in and change things up? They're going to come in and do things differently to what you consider that it's better, or the band thinks he's better, or they're better, sorry. Like, is there a fear there, that you're going to be edged out of a band? And I had that happen, not to be Debbie Downer here or anything, to the point where we got a bass player who recruited his friends to join our band. One by one, they needed a drummer, so one by one, we all just started leaving until it was a band made of what was our drummer and these guys. It didn't work out. Can't say as I didn't get a little bit of satisfaction out of that. They played a gig, and the guy that replaced me, his girlfriend didn't want him to do the gig. But anyway, let's go. Their first gig, and therefore he didn't get to do it. So let's go to Nate's dilemma. Yeah, I mean, adding a keyboard player to me would make sense. Like, first and foremost, do you have the budget to bring in an extra member? I mean, if you guys are getting big money gigs and you can afford to bring a member in, that's all good, man. Like, I've played with bands where we had two guitar players, and it's a lot of fun to take some of the workload off as well sometimes when you've got someone else that can say, okay, well, I'll learn this song. I got the solo. You don't need to worry about learning. You can have fun, make faces, and, just concentrate on playing the song and having a good time. Whereas when you're the lone guitar player, 100% of that work goes on you, all the solos, everything. So, and I don't mind it. We're doing the same thing in the Urban Legends, the band that I'm in right now, or not in, or whatever. Like I said in my last video, our fate is kind of up in the air, but whatever it is, it is. But like, still, that's what I've done the last 12 years. Things that I've done, and I've been blessed for, is that I've had good bass players. And that's the thing. I played with a guy one time who was like, you got to have another guitar player in the band. You need a rhythm player in the band because, when you play your solos, it just drops out. But this guy was playing root notes, and he didn't do bass lines. And I've been fortunate enough with Peary, and I played with a gentleman, Robert Ryan, that even when there was something fairly simple played under a solo, these guys would take their playing up a little notch or a lot and do things that fill up that space quite nicely. Because it was purely economic for us in that situation to go four-piece. The band that I was in right before this band was a five-piece with two guitar players. And, it was good, like it took off a lot of work, and it allowed me to do a lot of little things and that were in songs that I kind of have to take a song now and dissect parts, like, and do the main guitar part that I try to keep in there in certain songs, and some songs, sometimes you have to leave little pieces out that are important. But so you need to have that conversation, okay? It's worked for me the last 12 years because of that, having a great bass player. You need to say to the guys, is it my playing? And if they say no, we just want to thicken things up and probably add a bigger dynamic to our band to probably advance our, I guess, ability to get gigs, kind of make it, more gig attractive to people that are watching us or whatever. But like I said, a keyboard player to me, that would be, if the money was there, that's what I would love to have. Another option is probably to get a guy who plays keys and some rhythm guitar. And you know what? If you want to play all the solos, then ask him, can we do a compromise? I'll play the solos, and we'll get a guy who just strictly wants to play rhythm. Some guys don't care about doing leads; they just want to play music, and maybe they're great rhythm players as it is, and don't play leads, right? But don't let your ego. That's the thing. If you just want to grab the spotlight, don't let your ego determine your decision to not want to cooperate and bring another member into the band. Weigh out the pros and cons. It's a conversation, like I said, that needs to happen. Weigh it out and ask the guys, like, can we afford it? Do we really want to add someone in? What if we bring someone in and it screws up the chemistry? So talk, right? Like I said, I was in that situation with a guy who said, oh, we need a rhythm guitar player, but he was doing roots. So is that another reason that this is getting suggested to you? Maybe because somebody wants to maybe hide, sorry, their own lackluster playing. But so just give them a talk. Just, whether you guys have to do it on a Facebook page, it's always easier to type something than it is to talk to somebody face to face. We've talked about this on the channel with Trolls. And it's also the same thing when you're having sort of a sensitive conversation. It's easier. So if you guys have got like a message board, like for the whole band, where you talk, book gigs and, put up set list ideas, go there and say, hey guys, this is what I'm feeling. And get them to tell you why. If they say they want, to me it seems like a legitimate reason that they'd want to bring the dynamic somewhere different, tonally, and maybe make things a bit more attractive, to the ears as opposed to the eyes, I guess. I'm not saying you're all not good looking guys or something, but it might be just in that term making it sound better to pick up more high profile gigs. And that's what it's kind of about when you're doing this, for that reason. You know what I mean? You're trying to pick out, like, you're trying to, make more money, get out of certain places and get into better places. And maybe they feel like if they did that, it would open more doors. They could probably do different songs, whatever. But I would push the keys idea, man. I would be down for that. If our band came to me tomorrow and said we're bringing in a keyboard player, I'd be over the moon. And what a dimension that would be, for a band. Anyway, folks, thank you for the support. It's been great. Love you all, and we will see you next time. Thank you.